Hi, this is my review of the Slim Folio case from Belkin for the Samsung Galaxy Tab 10.1. If you look at my other review, I was showing the Folio stand, which was considerably thicker and had some would say some bulking problems where some of the cutouts were not fitting quite right. I can happily say that this case is much more better when it comes to the cutouts and how the device fits. As most cases, it has this little flap right here that's used to keep the tab in its place. So I'll just put this on, and I'll show you. Here are your connectors for your charging. The one negative thing about it is that when you do close the case, you can't charge it with the case closed, so it has to be open. But I don't think it's that big of a deal because you can just, when you're charging it overnight, just rest it like this to actually charge. You do have access to all of your power ports. So here, for example, is your speaker cutout. You do have your power and volume rocker accessible. A good cutout here for your microphone. You have your other speaker on this side, although I would say on this side it looks like it's pretty close. If you notice right there, it seems to be very, very close to the speaker. And I guess my one complaint is that as we compare it to this side, you'll notice that the cutout has more than enough space to clear the speaker. On this side, it really doesn't. It'd be interesting to get some feedback from you all if you're seeing that, if you've purchased this case, if it's different. Maybe it's a manufacturing problem, but they seem pretty even. It's just that this one, the cutout seems to be too high up. Nevertheless, it still gives you enough room for your speaker to play. You do have your cutout in the back, as you can see right here, for your camera. And then you have this little lip right here, which I'll explain how this works later, but this is pretty common in most cases, but we'll go over that in a couple seconds. The front has the same rubber grip that the other case had. So as you position the case, it kind of stops for different viewing angles. And you have, I'd say, this little elastic band that's used to shut it that also can be used as almost like a stopper. So if you notice, it's pretty firm. You also have another position that you can put the case in. So if I were to grab this little flap and put it like this, this gives you a nice viewing angle. So if you want to watch a movie also. But more importantly, it really overcomes one of the challenges that the other case had, and that is giving you the ability to actually type from it. This is a very good typing angle, and if we compare it to the other case I was showing you guys earlier on the Yobao, let me get this in. Notice the viewing angle and the typing angle. They're almost exactly the same. iPad, again, the Samsung Galaxy Tab, this case gives you pretty much the same experience when it comes from a typing experience. It's not so prone towards carpal tunnel. The one negative, and I guess this is a matter of, color choice, is I really don't like the blue. I wish this was all black. I don't know why Belkin didn't offer this in multiple colors. It would be great to have this in red, black, all the colors if someone was interested in something with color, but don't really care for the blue. But this is pretty much the only case that's out there that fits well in my opinion. The other part of it is if we were to compare the cases and you think about the bulk, I talked about this case earlier, it's pretty comparable if you notice in the height. So you're looking at this device and this device, it doesn't add too much bulk. The other area that I'd say is I would say an area of complaint for me is when you do close it, this flap kind of has all this excess material that wraps around, and then it definitely adds some thickness to the actual Galaxy Tab, but it's nothing in comparison to the other one. It does have that blue feature. I don't know if we can see that, but there's a kind of a blue texture that kind of comes right through, and you can definitely see that, and you have the accents of blue. It has this little chubbiness going on right here from this excess material. Again, don't get why they had to do that. It would have been nice if they just continued it, because really, without this piece, the case is pretty slim. It is very slim. One of the other nice features about this case is when you think about these ends, why do they protrude so much? It's really to protect the device. If you were to drop it, you notice that it takes most of the impact, and it's not really the device that's taking it, it's the actual material itself. So one last piece is that if you are carrying it in your bag, and this is a nice little feature, this elastic band goes right around it, and then it keeps your case closed. Especially if you don't have a screen protector and you're a little concerned about getting it scratched, this is a nifty little case. So of the two cases from Belkin, which one would I recommend? I definitely recommend this case. Color choice, not my preference, but everyone has a different opinion when it comes to color. I like how it really helps the Galaxy Tab stand out from a thickness perspective. It's not too thick, it doesn't make it look that bulky. I just wish the colors were a little bit different, and again, as I mentioned, some of the cutout issues that I see there. All in all, I think it's a good case, and I think if you make this selection, you'll be happy with it and you'll enjoy it. Thanks again, and leave your comments.